Good morning all. Welcome you all to this session. Today, let's speak on marketing ethics and social responsibility, which is in Module 5 of Marketing Management. So, marketing ethics, as we all know, ethics are the values and principles which you have set to yourself, which can guide your action. So in marketing ethics and social responsibility refers to the values and moral principles that guide the conduct of marketing practice. So ethics are the values and moral principles that guide your action. And whenever it comes to marketing, the ethics and values, and moral principles that which guides the conducting of various marketing activities or which are involved in marketing activities in practice are known as marketing ethics. While marketing seeks to promote products and services to consumers, ethical marketing ensures that these practices are carried out with fairness, transparency, and a commitment to the well-being of the society. As business, as we run our business, we get profits out of the society or the customers. We get the reputation out of the society. We get everything from the society. So as marketers, we also should see that we are giving something good to the society. That good can be given in the form of fairness, transparency, and commitment for the well-being of the society. So social responsibility extends beyond ethical marketing to include efforts by businesses to have a positive impact on the society and the environment. So, as we have received so much from the society, let that be profit, let that be reputation, let that be name and goodwill, we have to give something back to the society. So, what is that you are going to give back? And in what form? That is all about this social responsibility you take as a business, and you are going to give something positive, a positive contribution towards the development of the society and the environment. So, what are the importance of this marketing ethics and social responsibility? Why is it important? Marketing ethics is an area that deals with moral principles behind marketing. The coverage of marketing ethics is wider as it deals with norms in relation to customers, employees, government, shareholders, and competitors also. Business ethics and social responsibilities are two concepts that are closely intertwined. They go hand in hand. So it is important to business firm due to various reasons. So what are those reasons? Let's understand. Create a better working environment. So business ethics promote fairness, trust, and transparency among all members of the organization. Adhering to business ethics protects the interest of everyone involved in and ensures that organization is operating in an ethical manner. Businesses that respect the right of the employee and treat them fairly can create a better working environment with a strong and unified team of employees. Employees are the people who are working for the benefit of the organization. As a businessman or as a business, it is our responsibility to give them the basic facilities and to give them such a working condition that their health is taken care, not only health, but also create an environment where they can work with harmony, peace, and their efficiency can be increased. So the importance of marketing ethics, it is also to create a better working environment. So the happy worker is definitely an efficient worker and an effective worker. So since if you want to avoid the turnover, if you want to show yourself as a better company compared to your competitors, you also need to create a good environment, a better working condition with lighting facilities, employee safety. So all these things. So that is the first ethical importance of marketing. Then better sales and profitability. It is important for business to maintain a positive reputation. Customers are more likely to purchase from a company that they know is honest and trustworthy. Business ethics provide a framework for organization to adhere and helps to build customer trust and loyalty, which leads to increased sales and profitability. So what basically happens is, anyone in the society, let that be a public or a customer, we would always like to associate themselves to the company which have a positive reputation and a good reputation. So in order to build that positive reputation or a goodwill, these ethics and social responsibilities play a very important role. So it's always, if you have a positive reputation, it can be easily converted into sales too, which can generate you better sales as well as profitability. So it's not only about doing business, but doing business in a right manner. That is what this ethics and social responsibility give importance to. So minimize legal risks. Businesses that practice ethical principles ensure that their business practices and behaviors are within the boundaries of law. Such companies are less likely to be accused of unethical practices which minimizes their legal risks. So if you have set yourself with high moral and ethics, definitely you have your own code and conduct which is better than the rules and regulations which are set legally. So if you are following a positive ethical values, then definitely there will be very less risk of legality. Since you tend to follow the codes and conducts which are mentioned and you set up your own principles, definitely the risk of legality is reduced. Maintain a positive reputation. So in order to maintain a positive reputation among the society, it's not about only the people around you respecting you. As a business, you should be respected from your own members, your stakeholders, as well as your competitors too. For example, if we take an example of Tata Groups, which is there from centuries, they are doing their businesses from centuries. Even today, the reputation of Tata Groups is very high. So, if someone, if given an opportunity, anyone would like to associate with Tata Groups because their reputation is high, they follow ethical code of conduct. So, that is how you need to project yourself, that is how you need to also follow the ethical codes and conducts so that you have a better reputation among the society. By taking the responsibility of their actions, organization can help to combat climate change. Yeah, this is one thing we are very much concerned in today. So climatic change. So organization can help to fight or to keep that climate in a better condition and to improve public health. Companies that are socially responsible often have a better reputation and attract more customers as well as employees who are committed to the company's mission. So, the importance of marketing ethics and social responsibilities, as we discussed, one is to create a better working environment, better sales and profitability. It helps to create better sales and profitability, minimizes legal risks, and also to maintain a positive reputation so that customers are very happy about you and they definitely want to associate it with your company. Not only customers, the potential employees or the employees who are the capable employees or the creamy crowd among employees would always look at the opportunity so that they can join your company and work for the betterment of your company. So let's move to the next topic, that is ethical considerations in marketing. So ethical marketing involves following a set of moral guidelines that ensure fairness, honesty, and respect for consumers. The ethical considerations in marketing often revolve around the following. So these are the aspects, ethical considerations, which we look at in marketing. One is truthfulness and honesty, fair competition, transparency, respect for consumer privacy, which is very important and which has been the talk of the day nowadays, because privacy, any customer would expect his privacy should not be diluted or it should not be shared. Then sustainability and environmental responsibilities. So let's elaborate them. So truthfulness and honesty. So how are you going to follow this? One is by accurate information. In marketing, marketing should provide accurate, truthful information about products and services. Misleading or false claim can harm consumer trust and damage a brand's reputation. So while marketing or while selling the product, you should ensure that the information what you are providing to the customer should be fair enough. It should be truthful. Even though we say in marketing, whenever we promote a product, we add up to whatever it is there, yes, but it should not be out of the route. I mean to say, whatever the information you are providing, it should be truthful. At the end of the day, once the customer receives that product, the product should be in a position to give that benefit to the customer. If the product is not in a position to deliver what is expected out of it, definitely a customer is not going to be a customer for once. He is going to be for the customer for a lifetime. So you are missing out that particular opportunity. He might only buy once and he definitely will send a negative word of mouth about your product. So it is very important to give accurate and truthful information so that there is a customer trust. Then avoid deception. Advertisement must not deceive customers by exaggerating the benefits, hiding costs, or use deceptive imagery. Deceptive practices violate consumer rights and can lead to legal penalties. This is very important. You say something, but unfortunately, it is not the benefit which you are actually, customer is receiving out of that particular product. You are giving a chance for a customer to sue you legally also. There are consumers courts which have become very, very strong nowadays. So every customer, the awareness among the customers has also increased. So it is your responsibility. It's not because they are going to go to the court of law. It's, as a marketer, it is your responsibility to see that you provide the rightful information. You are not going to exaggerate the benefits in order to sell your product. You need to give them a clear-cut information. So fair competition, avoiding unfair tactics. Business should not engage in unethical competitive behavior such as slandering competition, spreading false information, or using aggressive tactics or to dominate markets. We get messages in our WhatsApps or social media where if I can remember and tell you an false information which was spread. A soft drink company, it was said there was a blood mixed with that soft drink, and that message was sent. So when you check out, it is a false information. So false information spreading out in order to beat your competition is not ethical. You should not do that. You definitely should not do that. You should speak positively about your company. It's not about degrading the competitor product. So unethical competitive behavior is not accepted in ethics, and slandering the competitors, spreading false information. Since social media has become very, very prominent today, any information which will get viral in a very fraction of seconds. That doesn't mean you need to spread a negative word of mouth about your competitors or a false information to be given about your competitors. You should avoid that. Respect intellectual property. Yes, companies must respect patents, trademarks, and other intellectual property rights to ensure there is a fair competition and innovation in the marketplace. So transparency. So transparency is about you pass on a clear information. The terms of service. Many of them are confused about what is warranty, what is guarantee. So there is a confusion. So you clearly mention the terms of your service, your pricing, and the conditions should be communicated clearly to avoid confusion or misleading consumers. Hidden fees. This we normally see whenever we get into an internet. There is a price quoted on let's say very, very attractive price which is quoted, but once we try to order it, there is additional charges which is put. We don't call it a fair practice. It is an unethical practice. So hidden fees, vague terms, and ambitious contracts can damage customer trust. So the information what you pass should be very clear and transparent. Then disclosure of information. Marketers should disclose important information such as health risks. What are the health risks if you are using that particular product? Potential side effects, this is important. Or limitations of the product, especially in industries like pharmaceutical industries, food, and financial services. These are the industries where basically as customers we are going to consume it inside. And pharmaceutical industries basically are meant to cure your diseases. So health hazards, to cure your health hazards. So in that case, you should be more conscious. These three industries should be very much conscious about the side effects and the limitations of the product, because they are going to directly harm the health of the customers or the public. So disclosure of information about health risks, potential side effects, limitations of the product, which is very important. Then respect to consumer privacy. This is what I was speaking about. Data protection, which has been a challenge today. All the information through the apps what we are installing in our mobiles, it is reaching the companies. So it is their responsibility to look after that these information all are not sent to anyone else. You should protect the privacy of the customers. So with the rise of digital marketing, ethical considerations include how companies handle consumer data. Businesses must ensure that consumer data is protected, secure, and used only for the intended purpose. Informed consent. Collecting consumers' data such as email address and browsing history should require explicit consent. Only after the consent of the customers you are supposed to take it, and consumers should have control over how their data is used. So as a company, how are you going to use that data and why are you using that data? Customers should know. Not only that, how easily you can get into the agreement. Same way, the exit for the customer should also be provided easily. How to come out of it if he don't feel he requires it. It's important. So you are supposed to do it. Then, sustainability and environmental responsibility. We operate in the environment. We live in the environment. We operate or we do our business in the marketing environment. So it is very important to have an environmental awareness, and you should be a part of this initiative where we are, as a marketer, you are going to help in one or the other way to protect our environment. So eco-friendly practices. Marketing should promote products in a ways that encourage environmental sustainability, such as using recyclable packaging and reducing waste. As we all know, plastic has been a very major threat to our environment. So those companies which are using this for packaging should come out with such a way that it can be recycled. Not only about recycling, it's about how are you going to collect those used plastic and recycle. It is a challenge. It's not enough if you say, yes, we are going to follow a recycling method, that is fine. But how are you going to collect those waste products so that it is not spread out in the environment or the surrounding? So that what measures are you taking, that is also very important. So avoiding greenwashing. Companies should not make false or exaggerated claims about being environmental friendly to deceive consumers who are concerned about the environment. Yes, definitely. In the wake of being an environmental friendly company, you should not make false claims too. Today we can see there's so many companies have come up with what do we call that as organic food. So organic, we speak so much about organic, but at the same time there is no certain standard to measure that organic part again. But it is your ethical responsibility of a company to see that if you say you are providing an organic product, you provide it without any false information. You give an organic product only. So that is very much important. So Thank you. Let's continue with the next topics in the next session. Thank you.